Stop telling folks, especially your family, about your problems in your relationship or marriage. Let me tell you guys the three I's is what they call it, of divorce: irreconcilable differences, infidelity, incompatibility. If you are having problems in your relationship, talk to an unbiased third party about that, aka a therapist, a mediator, whatever have you. When you speak to your family or your friends about your relationship, they are always going to have that biased opinion about your partner. Think about it, okay? So if you're a mother, right, and your daughter comes to you and she's telling you about all these problems about her spouse and what he's not doing, the lack thereof, there's no communication, say he's cheating, whatever have you, that mother is always going to have that parent instinct and have that biased opinion about that spouse indefinitely. It is inevitable, right? Whether or not that your daughter's spouse changes for the better or what have you, they are always going to have that biased opinion about that spouse. And the daughter in that situation is always going to have conflicting thoughts about, living up to their parents' expectation and also living up to their partner's expectation. Okay? So it's never a good idea to do this. If you truly value your relationship, especially your marriage, which I feel like is so undervalued these days. I mean, people get divorced for whatever have you, which is, totally fine, to each his own. But if you truly value that relationship, talk to somebody, an unbiased third party, a therapist, a mediator, whatever have you, about the problems that you are having in your relationship so that they can be mended. If it's something that you can't afford, look into your job options. A lot of jobs these days have a certain amount of therapy, family therapy sessions, couple sessions that are free, or counseling that is, something that you can afford. And if that's not an option, really think about using your resources and setting aside some finances to save your marriage, to save your relationship. Instead of going out and going through the drive-through, save, and buying that Taco Bell, put that money aside and use that for therapy. Another thing that you have to think of, okay, say we're using the same situation about the mother and daughter. Think about the husband. Put yourself in the husband's shoes. I'm the husband, we have a fight. Every time we get into an argument, she's always running to her mom, she's running to her family, she's telling everybody and their mom about our business, about the problems that we're having. Would you like that? Would you like it if your spouse was always running to your family, their family or their friends, and telling everybody, airing out all your business? No, you wouldn't like that. So don't put your spouse through that. It's always best to go to an unbiased third party and work out your issues. Let me tell you guys about, I believe it was Einstein, but it's one of my favorite quotes. 90% of people are happy to hear about your problems, and only 10% of people actually care. So think twice about who you're telling your problems to. 90% of people are happy to hear about your problems. That includes your friends and family. Think about it, okay? Workplace environment, toxicity, drama, who's sleeping with who and who's about to get fired. And I am totally guilty of this, you guys. I have a lot of regret about that. I used to be, spreading rumors and talking about, who's sleeping with who and all this. People fiend for drama. People love to hear that you're down and out. They like to hear that you're in a bad spot. There's only few people out there that actually care about what you are going through. So be careful about who you tell your business to. And just to touch lightly as far as the cost goes one more time, If you have insurance and you have an HMO plan, I believe the sessions per session is only about $25 to $30. So not very costly. Again, something that if your relationship, your marriage really holds value to you, you know, that is something that you should invest in. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to get help. And you don't need to tell anybody about, you know, if you're going through therapy. It's nobody's business but yours. And, you know, and not every relationship is going to be mendable. Not every relationship is going to be helped, you know, with therapy. But at least if it is ending and it does end up ending, at least you can walk away saying, I tried everything in my power to make this work. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.